So coming to priority scheduling. So here a priority number integer is associated with each process. I'll give the priority only. You have to do P1 only first. You have to do P3 only next. So based on that, I will give some integer. Okay, how is that? You can see in the example here. I have given Pn as third priority, P2 as first priority, P3 as fourth priority, P4 as fifth priority, whereas P5 as second priority. I can give same priority for two processes also. That will be discussing in the examples. Fine. So the CPU is allocated to the process with the highest priority. So which one is going to consider first CPU? CPU is going to consider the process which has highest priority. How is it I will decide which is having highest priority? The smallest integer is now taken as highest priority. That means here in this example, here among these numbers 3, 1, 4, 5, 2, which is the smallest number? P2 is the smallest number. So this I am giving as a first priority. So in the lessest number, I will go for priority. So 1 means what here priority is should be given to first priority should be given for P2 because 1 is smaller than all other numbers. So next smallest number is 2. So P2 is going to be given as second priority. Then P1 is going to be given as third priority. Then P3 is going to be given as fourth priority. P4 is going to be given as fifth priority. Fine. So this is how I am going to consider, the CPU is going to consider the process to be executed based on the priority wise. So again I can go for preemptive and non-preemptive. This I will be discussing in detail with the examples. So same thing, I am just trying to compare this priority scheduling with SJF. So how is it we did in SJF? SJF is a priority scheduling where priority is the predicted next CPU bus time. There also I tried to predict the next CPU bus, right? How is it I will do? How is it priority I gave in that technique? I used to calculate each and every time when the processes are going to arrive, maybe at the end of a slot or at the second slot, at the third slot. I used to check which are the processes arrived at that particular instant of time and what are the remaining time of each of those processes. So whichever has less time, that I used to take up first, fine? So that is how I used to predict and go and decide to give the priority for each of those processes in case of SJF. The same thing here, how is that I'll do in priority? Here the problem in priority scheduling is the starvation. So what is starvation? Let us understand. Starvation is nothing but indefinite blocking. Let us understand what is indefinite blocking. We know that we have several processes kept in a queue, correct? So why we are keeping these processes in a queue? Because CPU cannot execute all the processes at a time. So how is it CPU is going to execute? Based on the technique, based on your requirement, CPU is going to take up the process one by one. So say for example, I have kept so many processes in a queue and your CPU is totally busy. Some n process, I have some 10 process, CPU is trying to execute 1 or 2. All other 8 processes are kept in the queue itself, you assume. So these 8 processes are kept in the indefinite blocking time. That means I don't know what time CPU is going to service this. So these are waiting for a long time. That means these are blocked. We are unable to complete this process at all. Such situation is known as starvation. So why this happens? Because lower priority process will never execute. So whichever process I have highest priority, I'll go on execute. So these lower priority process will be always keep waiting. They are in the indefinite blocking called starvation. So what is the solution for this? I'll go for a concept called aging. What is aging? See, as the time changes, time increases. So these are waiting for more time. That means the age for the job also increased. So as time progresses, what is it I'll do? Before it was given low priority, maybe highest integer, maybe it was in 5. Now I'll try, what is that I'll do? As time progresses, increase the priority of the process. I'll try, what is that I'll do? I'll go and increase the priority. I mean, I'll give the smallest number for each of these so that maybe next time at least I can try to execute. As the starvation increases, I mean as the lower priority of process are kept in the waiting state for a long time, so age increases, then as time progresses, if at all if change the priority, then only I'll be able to complete the job. Fine. So here in the priority scheduling, here we have an example of 5 processes here, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Along with the bus time, priority is also given. As I already explained, P2 is given first priority, P5 second priority, then P1 third priority, P3 fourth priority, P4 fifth priority. And this is the total bus time to complete P1 10 slots, to P2 1 slot, P3 2 slots, P4 1 slot, again P5 5 slots. Anyway, arrival time is not given, so not necessary to worry that whether it is preemptive or non-preemptive. So when the arrival time is not given, that means what? It's a kind of non-preemptive. That means I will not postpone. Based on the priority, I'll start with any one of the process. Then based on the priority, I'll continue with the next process. So anyway, once I start, I'll not preempt because the arrival time is not given. I don't know what time, what processes there are. So once I give the priority, accordingly, I'll go on execute. So which is the priority? I should give the first preference here. Highest priority 1. Smallest number is 1. I'll start with P2 now. So P2 I'll start at the 0th slot now. How much slots I need to complete P2? 1 slot. So at the end of 1 slot, I have completed my P2 now. So which is the next priority? The next process the priority should be given. See here 2 is the next priority. I'll go with P5 now. So P5 I start at the end of first slot. So how much time I need to complete P5? 5 slots. So 1 plus 5 is 6th slot. At the end of 6th slot, I'll finish my P5. Now what's the next process I need to give priority? 1 is done, 2 is done, third priority is P1 now. So I'll start P1 at the 6th slot. How much time I need? 10 slots. 6 plus 10, it is 16 slot. At the end of 16th slot, I have done with P1 now. Next, which is the next process to be given priority? Then P1 with third priority is done. I'll go for fourth priority as P3 now. So how much time I need to complete P3 now? At the 16th slot I have started. So plus 2 it is 16 plus 2 it is 18 slots. So at the 18th slot I have done with P3 also. So P3 with fourth priority is done. Which is the next one? Fifth priority is P4 now. So I'll continue with P4 now. What's the time required to complete P4? So 1 slot. 1 slot is a burst time. So 18 plus 1 it is 19. So at this time I have done with all the process P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. This is a Gantt chart for this particular